Death Battle is a really good show to me and quite special. I've been with the series since Luigi vs. Tails and I haven't stopped watching it and getting excited for next time since. But I think we can all agree that Death Battle has had some random fucking matches that nobody wanted at all. Season 7 especially suffered greatly from this. So, in honor of these what the fuck matchups, these are 5 matches that I do not want them to do. Let it be known that these are my opinions and I'm not saying any of these matchups are bad. I'm just saying why I don't want them and what could be better. Alright, let's begin the list.
Making him feel better is putting me in a world of hurt.
For those on Discord, you were expecting this. When I was a dumb and rash idiot in the year of 2020, I came up with a matchup that somehow interested me. Now I absolutely fucking hate it. And for good reason. Sokka vs Mulan is something that I just don't want to go near. It has not got a lot of fight potential, Mulan has barely anything to work with and Sokka stomps into oblivion. Plus, Mulan is a pacifist so she wouldn't actually kill someone unless she had to. So what could be better? Well, for Mulan, there's no options. She seriously has that much to work with. But for Sokka, it's different. I went for Sokka vs Giorno from Ruby. I have gotten really connected with Ruby recently as I got sick of hearing good things and binged it all week. And after finishing Volume 8, I can safely say that Giorno is my favorite character. And it's the same with Avatar. I binged that and Sokka took the top spot. So I know these guys well enough and I would love to see them appear against each other. And I know how popular this is. I would genuinely pop off for this and the match has been growing on me recently. It's now in my top 5 favorite matchups and it'll stay there for a long time. I love the potential too. The voice acting would be great with Miles Luna reprising his role and one of the many amazing Sokka impersonators or maybe even Jack DeSena doing it himself. They did it for Dante Basco so I would love to see them do the same for DeSena. And I love how well the fight could play out. The fight could begin with Sokka hunting down Giorno after Ironwood put a bounty on teams Juniper and Ruby. Sokka could get knocked back and realize what he's up against, making him focus on strategy rather than immediate takedown. Giorno could act reluctant as Sokka charges him but then realize that Sokka also has a bounty on his head, courtesy of Toph's earthbending teacher and then they both get serious. Giorno then starts to gain the advantage until Sokka throws his boomerang. Giorno could put him in a corner and then the boomerang could come back and hit Giorno, giving Sokka an opening to turn the fight in his favor. Sokka could get Giorno to the ground and bash Giorno with his club, which starts to break his aura. He goes for another and that's when Giorno activates his semblance, repairs his aura, and blocks the incoming swing with his shield. He unleashes a frenzy of slashes which Sokka struggles to block. He disarms Sokka and the Water Tribe warrior could pull out his sword. Giorno pulls up his shield, blocks the attack, and kills Sokka the same way he killed his first Grim. I think that would be awesome, but it would be hard to find a motivation for Giorno to kill someone who isn't Cinder. Either way, I would much prefer this fight to the other one which I refuse to name. Moving on.
Man!
Thanks, Steve!
He's a great guy!
I'm gonna have to explain cause my friends are gonna be going fucking mental. As you may know if you have seen my channel icon, my favorite character is Steve Fox. And my favorite matchup is Steve Fox vs Johnny Cage. It's quite thematic, it's stupidly close and they use 2 of my favorite characters of all time. But I don't really want this. I'll be honest and say that there's no alternate matchups. Johnny has already been on Death Battle and he's the one and done type. I don't think he'll ever return. And I'm pretty sure that anyone who isn't friends with me on Discord or an active Tekken player even knows who the fuck Steve Fox is. Hell, I searched him up and found a fucking Democratic politician. And an English football player before I found the one I was looking for. Second is that I am really worried that they would ignore the scaling that makes this so close. With some loophole scaling, he can get to small island durability, hypersonic reactions, and if I recall correctly, city block level strength. It's all insane and because of how obscure he is, I'm afraid that the scaling would be totally ignored. If it was, Steve would be put down to bullet timing and with building dura and strength. It's so unfortunate. And my last point, Steve has not got a lot to work with on his own. The analysis would spend 3 minutes on his backstory and about 30 seconds on his feats. He's so obscure and it upsets me that he's so unknown. I'm gonna move on now, but damn do I want more Steve Fox rep.
You have torn it all apart, I'm watching it burn.
Roy Mustang vs Prince Zuko is something that I prefer over a lot of other Roy matches, but it's something I wouldn't really want to be an actual death battle. The connections are solid, like I mentioned in the FMA matchups video, but that was just me finding matchups for the characters that I thought were best. But that was my opinion. Instead of just a regular matchup, it's not thinking from an actual death battle standpoint. And that's why I don't want it. It doesn't seem that fun. The difference between fire bending and flame alchemy is quite big, and it doesn't seem like it would be that interesting to watch. And let's point out the obvious. Zuko has been on the show before against Todoroki, who is literally his best opponent. And Roy does have another match which is much more popular. Personally, I don't like Roy versus Levi, but it's his only other option and it brings in a new franchise. At least the only thing about it that could be classified as bad is that Roy stomps. But if that's his only other option, then I'll take it.
Why did you make me do this? You're fighting so you can watch everyone around you die! Think, Mark!
Homelander vs Omni-Man is something that I'm not gonna go into that much. Because Biff Weed already went way more into detail than I could ever go, because I don't want to watch The Boys and I'm planning on watching Invincible. Just know that I don't like it. Omni-Man stomps and they have better. Omni-Man has Bardock and Homelander has, Titan from Megamind. I'll link Biff Weed's video in the description.
For his neutral special, he wields a gun. His up special fires a gun. His side special invokes gun. Once his rebellion gauge is full, he'll unmask and summon a manifestation of his gun. His neutral special upgrades to gun special. It handles the same as before, only now special. And then there's Joker's final smash. All out gun. After cutting through foes, he'll launch a coordinated gun.
Gun.
Joker vs Giorno makes me feel a massive amount of pain. Conceptually, the matchup isn't bad and the debate can be interesting. But the fan base is so toxic, and if it became an episode, there would be a civil war between JoJo and Persona fans. Also, I accidentally got involved in a Joker vs Giorno debate and it was absolute hell. And damn can they be vicious. I got called a retard because I limited Joker to just a sen. I thought it was fair, but apparently they didn't, so fuck it. I don't just want this in death battle, but I don't ever want to go near a debate of this ever again in my life. Is it fair? I don't know. Is it a pseudo-legacy match? Yes. But the fact that the fan base and the comments would be so ridiculously toxic that it's enough to completely drain me of any enjoyment to this match. And that's it. To be clear, this was complete filler and it took me like an hour or two to make. I'm currently quite busy and this is basically a windbreaker episode. Something that doesn't take long. Hope enjoyed this nonetheless, and I'll be back with another video sometime. Cheers for watching, and watch Biff's video for more Omni vs Homelander action.